Today I'm at store number 3 for my 2025 store tours, and this one is in Franklin Mills, PA. Let's go inside to see what they have. Okay, so here's the store right here of it set up. They couldn't do like the ceiling part or like the roof right there, but they could get everything else. But they have Jack the Reaper set up right here. So let's step on the step pad.
I can see straight into your soul. You can never escape my evil eye. It's too late to run. It's too late to hide. You don't even have time to scream.
He's pretty awesome. He is set up a bit wrong in this store, but that's fine. It's not that bad. We got the sign up there. Right here we have the newspaper box, which is pretty cool. I wish they had these kind of around and like scattered, kind of like how their papers were last year, kind of scattered. But right here we have Crypt Countess.
Do you feel the chill of death creeping up your spine? Each moment here tightens the chains of your doom. There will be no escape for you.
She's pretty awesome. I like that in this store they tied back her hair so it's not blocking her face. We have the tombstone rocker, which isn't going on right now. I see the sensor, but I don't know if it's just not plugged in. But we can come over here to the front of the train, which looks pretty awesome. We got that next stop sign up there, the scrolling sign, which looks pretty cool. The whole front of the train looks awesome. Little lights and everything. We have Valak right here. I love how quiet it is in this store, so you can actually hear everything pretty good. This store did just open today. So this is like the first look at this, and it's pretty awesome so far. You can see even more details back here. I didn't point these out in the other stores, but there's like a ladder here. These are made out of like a metal, which is pretty cool. You obviously can't really climb that, but pretty awesome. We got a raccoon down there. All of these are like rebar made out of foam, which you can pose them around. Over here we got some like tin signs up there: Spirit, Express, and Local. Let's go over here to Bullseye.
When it's my turn, I won't miss.
I did just get him at the flagship store, and he's pretty awesome. I love him so much more than I thought I would in person. I love how big he is. He looks awesome. Going back to the front of the train here, we also got this Jack kind of sign up there with the plastic piece around it, which is awesome. Those headlights, which are pretty bright. Now let's come over here to Backbend Bonnie. Let's turn her on. Loud in the store, which makes her even more scarier. The whole train looks awesome here. It's kind of a little dimmed light in this store, which I really like. Also in this store, I noticed that this like glass is a little more frosted, so you can see it a bit better. In the flagship store, it wasn't like that, so kind of cool to see the difference. Now let's just go into the train first, then we'll get back to the rest of the animatronics. Here is the front of the train. Got a lot of stuff going on up there. Those electrified wires, the cage light kind of flickering. Even down here, we got like goo oozing out of like these vent pieces, which all of this is like kind of 3D except for like that stuff up there. We got like a little hidden secret. It says Terrifier. That's like from the movie. We can press on this. Shakes, which is awesome. The phone right here, which you can actually dial and pick up. And then it talks to you. It is a bit quiet, so you can't really hear it on camera. Everything in here is pretty cool. We got the nursery sign up there. All of these hidden details around here, which I love how much details they put into the ISU this year, that danger sign. We can come over here to the seats. We have sitting Scarecrow, which when you sit on the seat, pops up. Pretty cool scare right there for all the people just walking into this store not knowing what's gonna happen. Right here we have electrified corpse hanging from here in the train. The missing person sign up there. I love all the lighting that they had behind this. Up here we got the projector, which you can hear a bit better. We got some rats up there. The mutant sewer rat, which is pretty cool. And we actually gotta have him right here set up. So let's turn him on. He's a bit quieter in this store, but still pretty awesome. I love the whole projection we got up there with Twitching Banshee as well. The flickering lights, Butterfinger sign, everything in here is pretty awesome. We got this fly over here. Got some details on here. We got that face. Got some spray painted stuff. Spirit Metro Express. Now let's come outside the train here, and let's do monkey business. He is a pretty awesome one for this year.
What's in the box? With this monkey?
He does normally have mouth movement, but I guess that's not plugged in right now. But I love his jump scare. I love how fast it is. Let's come over here to Fire Demon. I already see some new stuff over here. I'll get back to this in a bit that I've never seen before. After looking at all the animatronics, let's go over here to the gray jumping spider. And then over here at the back of the train, we have the night owl. Pretty awesome. And then I just noticed up here, you can kind of see how the lighting in there works. There's like an LED strip in there. It's not as easy to see on camera, but for any of you guys wondering, that's how it works. And I think it works perfectly. Right here we have Trick or Treat Pete. For anyone who doesn't know, he does spit out the candy, but there's no candy in here right now. So they have to have these fake candies, but that's fine. Over here we have Sinister Strawman. Let's get him going here. I don't think he's on right now, but his like hands are all twisted up in there. But he normally jumps up really fast and really tall. He's like a Mr. Dark reskin. And then over here on this side of the train we have Twisted Granny. So let's get her going.
Do you hear that sound? That's the grinding of my bones coming to tuck you in while you're sleeping. Sweet screams!
She's got a very unique jump scare to her. Even the top of the train here has got some details. You can see like some piping up there, and those other stuff at the top, which look awesome. Now let's come over here to the last animatronic setup, and this one is Headcase Harry. He is connected to this button right here.
Did you know that every clown is mad?
Yes, indeed. Now come closer. It's our little trust experiment.
The best things in life usually come in pairs.
So take a candy and get the second one for free.
Also right here they have their shirt wall here, and they have a lot of shirts here. I've been looking for this one. They have a lot in stock right here. We got a small size, medium, large, extra, extra large, and another one. So if any of you guys are looking for them, they do have a lot of them here. But yeah, pretty cool shirts right here. Over here we had the back of the train set up. This one says exiting Madison Square Park, and then there's a lot of details going on here, and then we can come to the back of this, and it says enter, so I love that they added that. Now let's go back over here to these horror babies that I saw. There is 2 new ones that I'm seeing here. We got the new Frankenstein one. I love what they did with this one. I think he looks pretty cool here. He's holding like that rattle with the lightning bolt on it. They have 2 of those in stock, and then they have one of the new Chucky horror babies. There is a lot of detail on this one. We got that good guys on the bottom of his shoes, his like blood and scars on there. Also, they have these new ones. I think these are like you put your plants in them, kind of like how these are, but they just don't come with plants. I love this Art the Clown one that they have here. There's so much detail on these. But yeah, you just put your plant in there. We got Art the Clown, Ghostface, Sam, and then this Glenn doll from the Chucky movie. Down here, they have some side steppers. They don't have any of the new Art the Clown ones yet, but they do have Chucky here. Since this store just opened, the pull tabs aren't pulled yet, but I'm not going to pull those just so they don't run out of batteries. But yeah, we got a Ghostface one as well. Now over here, we have some of the creepy pumpkins that they have. This one's got a hand in its mouth. These are all new for this year. I love how they did these. We got the guts coming out of this one. They're all latex. They're like a really thick latex, so they're not gonna break, which is pretty awesome. And then over here, I'm seeing something that I've never seen before. It's like, I don't even know if this is like a plush or something, but it's this giant spider. They have a purple one and a black one there. They've got 4 of those. Pretty cool. Never seen these. We got all the eyeballs on there. I love that. We have some of the foam bust right here. These are like statues. This one is called the Medusa bust, and it's got like all the snakes on the hair. We got the wolf one down there, more going around. And then coming over here, we got some of their like animal props. We got this rat one down here. This one is from last year. We got the new raccoon from this year. I love how this one looks. I like the whole inner body is like eaten. We got the dog back here. This one's from a couple years ago. We got the new pig as well. Over here we have all of their inflatables that they have. I think this one's new, the animated pumpkin cat. It probably comes out of the pumpkin really slowly. But yeah, we got a lot going on over here. We got ghosts, mini skeletons, mini jack-o'-lanterns. These 2 are new. A rat one right there. I did see that they had a new Young Yi like Squid Game doll. They also have this mini inflatable skeleton right there. And then over here we have all of the new zombie babies. There's a lot of them here. We got this new crawling one. Don't want her to fall off. But she makes some noises and then crawls, as you can see. And she's wearing like this cool purple outfit. Her eyes look awesome there. And then coming over here, we have the ice cream one. I've said this before, but this one is definitely my favorite. I love all the glass that it has in its face. Up here, we got this rattle one. I don't think he's gonna turn on, but he does move the rattle up and down. And then down here, we got the new ghost one, Gutsy Gwen from a couple years ago. We got the Sally one, and then the new teddy bear. They have 2 of these right here. These don't do anything, but they still look pretty awesome. And then we got another one of these crawling ones. Here we got all the hanging props, and I do see they have one of the new ones here. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be a vampire, but the whole back of the face is like smushed. But they have 2 of those. Over here we have the gravestones section, and they do have more like ISC pieces right here. As you can see, this is supposed to be a photo op. But yeah, we got the sides here, and then the back's got that like cemetery look to it, which is awesome. I love that they did that. And then we got all of these gravestones here. These are all like foam ones, and then the plastic ones are over here, so a little better quality ones, and these kind of do stuff. This one's got some noise and lights up. We got this one over here as well. Right here we got some of their skeleton props. This one looks to be new. It's like these birds kind of coming out of a nest right there. That's fully made out of bones. We got a turtle, this pig, which I still don't know what this is. I think it's supposed to be a cherry, but I'm not really sure. It's on this like plate. They have 2 of those, and some piranha fish down there. Over here we got a lot of the new stuff. We have the new emergency button activation switch. They have 2 of these. I just bought that one. It's pretty cool. And then we got the activation switch from last year. This one's the coin one. It was used in the carnival display. You push the coin and then it turns on the animatronic. Over here we got the new Tombstone rocker. They have 3 of these. I think I'm gonna wait to get it at the end of the season, the one that's on display, so it's a little cheaper. I don't even know how much this is. It is $30 if any of you guys want it. They've got the dropping mechanism, the new animatronic prop timer, so it times the animatronic to turn on at a certain time, which is really helpful in a haunt. This one was new last year. This one, you set up the 2 sensors, and then when you walk through it, it triggers the animatronic. I did buy that last year, and it was really helpful in the haunt. Right here, we got all the body parts. We got some severed legs with a lot of blood on them, some hands, more feet, and we got a bunch of chains and stuff, some brains, hearts, and intestines. We have lots of masks over here. There's lots of them to look at, and I haven't looked at any of the masks yet this year. I don't know if there is any new ones, but just looking, I don't really see any of them. I didn't look at too many of the masks last year, so I can't really know if anything is new. We got this trick or treat one. I'm pretty sure that one was from last year. A lot of these like bloody wolf ones, which look awesome. And then we got the scarecrow ones. I did want this one last year for my farm display, so I might have to get that this year. We got a bunch of posable skeletons all hung up right here. Here we have all the fog machine stuff and the fog juice. We got these 1000 watt fog machines, and then if you want a smaller one, they have the 400 watt. And then here's all of the juice down here, and even a fog timer you can get to connect to the fog machine. Over here, this is their light display showing all of their lights. We got a bunch of stuff up there. This one's like a projection of some. We got the Reapers, some ghosts up there. All the lights are down here. We got like the flame lights, which is right there. I love how they do this to display the lights to actually see them in person. Here they have a couple of the new Art the Clown statues. I've pointed these out in the last 2 stores. I definitely want to try to get him this year. I love Art the Clown, if you guys know me. Yeah, but they have 3 of those, and then they got 2 of the Chucky ones. This one lights up, or not in this store, but this knife does light up. We got 2 of the new, I think these ones are new, of the Killer Clown statues. I do have the shorty one, which I bought back in 2021, I'm pretty sure. But we got 2 newer ones right there. And then down here we have some of these Halloween pumpkins, and then I noticed that they have one of my stickers. This is my really old logo. I went back here in 2023 when I kind of left my stickers there, and it's stuck on there. So that's been there for a couple years. They just keep on reusing these shelves, which is pretty cool to see. Over here we have some of the haunted dolls. They don't have any of the new Dagger Mike ones, but these ones are kind of just like the basic doll ones. This one's the boy one, and if you squeeze them, I don't know, we might be able to hear them since this store is kind of quiet. She's not even turning on, but they do all talk. You have a lot of them here. Here's their Haunted Mansion decor. We got some of the stuff here. We got some like glasses. Actually, these are Corpse Bride. This is Haunted Mansion. We got these hanging bat decor, some picture frames. These are a nice kind of frame there. Some magnets right there. Here's all of the signs that they have, the LED signs. We got Art the Clown one, Time to Float. They have the Art Krispies box. This is like a sign, so it doesn't have like a back to it, but it does look just like a box. They got all of the nutritional facts right there. This one's a really cool prop to have if you like Art the Clown. And then here they have their just like basic home decor section. This is like all ghosts. We've got a side stepper right here. I have seen this before. A bunch of other just ghost props. These are just like basic Halloween stuff if you just like Halloween and want to decorate like that. Nothing too scary. I love this section. These ones are pretty cool. They're like little paintings, or not paintings, but frames that they have there with like 3D ghosts attached to them. Here we have the ghost face section. This one has to be new. I've never seen this. It's the ghost face mask, and then 2 hands holding the knives on the side. We also have this here. I think this is a picture frame. And we got these ones, you put a candle in it and they light up, of different horror movies. We have It, Trick or Treat, Halloween. I think that's all they have. And then they also have Ghostface right there. Here they have in their like little Beetlejuice section, they've got one of these door knockers.
You just bit the big one 2 months ago and you already want help. You're gonna use up all your help vouchers. And you probably haven't even read through the manual completely yet.
They have this like magnet display. You can move the magnets around, kind of create your own scene. A door cover, all this other like statues. We got like this shrunken head, which lights up. And then all on this side of the store, we got all the costumes. These are the kids' costumes. And then on the other side, they have the adult ones. Over here we have the Squid Game display. They don't have the doll, but they've got the cardboard doll up there with all of the Squid Game costumes and masks and stuff. I love that they did put the doll up there just with cardboard for the stores that didn't get sent the actual animatronic. I don't see any animatronic boxes anywhere. I don't know if that's just because they just opened but still, I don't know why they wouldn't get a shipment. But yeah, I don't see any boxes. Okay, so that is it for today's video at This Spirit Halloween in Franklin Mills, PA. They didn't have a complete inventory of stuff just because they just opened, but that's fine. I think they still had a really cool display. But if you aren't already, go follow me on Instagram and TikTok and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.